Station Gang, and welcome back to Fresh Ink with your boy Stu from Dr. Do's Fan Club. This is the show where I spotlight and recommend a favorite new comic book release and why it's worth that trip to the city to pick up. And today we are talking about Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, issue number 3, written and drawn by Patrick Horvath. This issue runs with two different storylines. First, we dig further into the eerie and distrustful tension that's building between Monica and Sam as Monica's search for the truth about her brother intersects with the machinations put in play by Sam, which only she truly understands. Not only that, but we learn the horrific, horrifying, terrifying, blood-curdling truth about what happened to Sam's parents. So grab that chloroform and let's experiment with different materials, shall we? And let's take a look inside why I love this issue so much. One of the most quietly terrifying things about Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees has always been how Patrick Horvath uses innocence as a mask. On the surface, these rounded animals and pastel panels could come straight from any number of children's books, until you notice the cracks in the picture, and suddenly the mask slips into something monstrous. Issue 3 of Rite of Spring leans into that tension by entwining two threads: Monica's present-day hunt for answers about her brother, and flashbacks that finally reveal the darkest truth about Sam's past with her parents. Our result is a chapter that's both a thriller in the present and a chilling origin story. The issue begins with Monica jolted awake by a dream, Sam's looming head filling her doorframe until it swallows her whole. It's an image of scale and control, setting the tone for how much space Sam occupies in Monica's life. When Monica meets Sam later that day, the predator cloaks herself in politeness, offering help in locating her brother's remains. For Monica, who has spent 8 years scraping through precincts and morgues, the offer is both irresistible and horrifying. In that dreamlike opening, Horvath is telling us outright, no matter how small or friendly Sam may seem, she dominates the room. Meanwhile, Monica begins her own investigation, combing the microfilm archives at the local library for old clippings about Woodbrook's murders. She questions Lewis, the son of Charlie and Pauline, trying to piece together what Sam might be hiding. But the unease is in the way Horvath stages things. Sam is always watching. Panels linger on her gaze, quietly observing Monica's movements, like a cat circling the edge of the room. Monica thinks she's pulling at loose threads, but Horvath lets us know the one with the scissors is Sam. But holy hell, it's in the flashbacks here that this issue cuts deepest. We're shown a younger Sam, back when she was still living under her parents' roof. We see her as she ostensibly acts as the dutiful daughter, deciding to stay on at the family hardware store, learn the trade, keep things running, take things over eventually. But that's all to mask her true passion. The panels are domestic, even sweet with her parents, but Horvath layers them with dread. Surrounded by saws, nails, solvents, Sam begins to see not tools but possibilities. The hardware store becomes a kind of arsenal, a space where her impulses find room to grow. But when Sam's mother barges in on her and startles her as she's trying on a pair of earrings from her most recent murder victim, we have to wonder as readers, is there enough space for Sam's growth and her parents all under one roof here? And then the revelation: Sam didn't lose her parents to time or distance, she killed them. Calmly, calculatedly, she poisoned them with cyanide over dinner, watching as their lives expired. Then she cut them up and paint canned them, just like oh so many of her other victims. In her mind, it was the final test, a rite of passage to claim her autonomy. Her public story that they'd retired and moved to Florida was just another deception to keep suspicion at bay. The horror is not just in the act here, but in the logic. This wasn't vengeance or trauma-driven rebellion. It was a rational decision to make the space for the self that she wanted to become. These revelations echo back into the present narrative. Monica desperately wants to believe Sam might help her, but every piece of Sam's history we learn tells us otherwise. Sam offers aid, but what she's really offering is a trap, one that relies on Monica's grief and her exhaustion. The cat and mouse is tightening, and Monica is edging closer to the center of a web spun years before she even arrived in Woodbrook. When Sam suggests a visit to the old Albright house, itself a site of violent history, it's framed as a gift. Quote, a few answers, she says. But anyone who's been following knows that in Sam's hands, answers are just another weapon. By the final page, we're left with two stories interwoven. Monica's search for closure, Sam's ritual of control. The flashbacks remind us that Sam has rewritten reality before, erasing her parents with a smile and a lie, and there's no reason to believe she won't do the same to Monica. Rite of Spring number 3 doesn't explode with gore, it burrows into your brain. And this second volume of Beneath the Trees has been magnificent. Horvath's art and his writing continue to excel inside this juxtaposition. Friendly figures, bright settings, community and domestic life, with a subtext that throbs with dread and violence. Issue 3 serves as both character study and engine of suspense, deepening our understanding of Sam while setting Monica up for a confrontation she is not at all prepared to win. What makes it so unsettling is how ordinary it all feels. Sam isn't a monster because of some tragic origin, losing control and growing desperate. No, she's a monster because she chose to be. And as a master of her craft, she is in complete control. That's it for me this time, gang. As always, thank you for watching, and make sure you're subscribed to Dr. Doom's fan club with those notifications on so you don't miss out on any more great comic book content.
Till we meet again on Doomsday.